Hello there, my name is Hocus Pocus and welcome to today's video. So this is going to be something a little different. It's not a tutorial, it's not a let's play episode. Today we're going to be asking the question, can you build a village in the end? So we know that the latest update, 1.14, has been the Village and Pillage update, which has brought a lot of changes into the game in terms of villages and the surrounding mechanics. But today we're going to be seeing if we can bring the mechanics that we usually see in the overworld and take them to the end and see what we can do in terms of constructing a village. So the plan for the episode is firstly to test out a village here in this stage of the end where you fight the dragon. And if it works here, we will go into the deep end, I don't really know what to call it, the portal above my head there, and we will see if we can convert an end city into a village and just basically take a look at how that goes and if we can get pillager raids incoming and all that good stuff. You're going to have to ignore that weird noise in the background there. But without further ado, let's jump right into getting a small village constructed here. Just to see if the mechanics are the same, if the villagers can breed, that kind of thing. And then if they can, of course, we will hop into the deep end and see about transforming an end city into a sprawling village. Okay guys, so this is the test house. We've converted one of the obsidian pillars into it, and it's just a small home. There's no way for the villagers to leave. There is a garden with some crops, 2 composters, so we're looking for 2 farmers in this village. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get 2 guys in like this and just see if they pick up their jobs, which hopefully they will. Aha, there we go. So that's the first step. And then the second step is to hopefully see them breed. So I'm going to give them both 32 carrots each whilst they're sleeping. That should be nice and easy to do. There we go. They've both taken their 32 carrots. So, yeah, hopefully they'll breed, create a baby. And if they do, we'll just say to hell with it, go through the portal and find an end city to turn into a village. Ah, that's a relief. So as you guys may or may not have just seen, they did create a baby, which means that the mechanics work, I guess, in the same way in the end as they do in the overworld. So now that we've confirmed that, we can head over to the deep part of the end, which we will easily find through this portal here. And then, of course, once we get there, we've got the job of locating ourselves an end fortress. And that could be easier said than done. So let's hope that we get spawned nearby one. So here is our spawn. And by the looks of it, there's nothing to be seen. So I'm going to spend a bit of time here just scouring the area, seeing what I can see, and hopefully we come across an end fortress sooner rather than later, and we can begin our village build. So we've been searching for a long time using the /locate function as well, and we finally came across one that we like. So this one's quite sprawling, it's quite open, it's got a lot of rooms because I kind of want to fit the village inside of the pre-made structures. I don't want to change it too much, so I figured the one with more rooms will be a better or an easier one to use, right? So we're going to go with this one. One thing I did notice though is that none of the end fortresses or end cities, they're not spawning with the ships. Now, I don't know if that's because I'm in creative or if that's for another reason, but that's kind of worrying because I don't want that to happen in my survival world. I don't know if that's a bug or whether it's creative mode. If someone could let me know, that'd be great. So first thing we're going to do is just come through and kill all of these shulkers. So there's an easy way to do that in creative. You just want to target it and then press /kill. And then this code here, if you select that one, it will just take out the shulker. You just need to make sure that your crosshairs are on the shulker. And it's not necessary that we actually take these out, but I'm going to do it anyway, just to make sure that we haven't got any of that annoying noise going on. We don't have any enemies in the area, because I don't know how they're going to respond to villagers. I don't know if they'll attack villagers. I would assume not, because I think it's only zombies that do, but you can never be too sure. So I'm just going to go through, as I say, /kill. Oh, I need to be a bit closer, I think, for that one. So if I come up the stairs, there we go. That should work. /kill. And there's his code, and he's gone. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sweep through and do that. And then I'm going to get the start of this village up and running. So I think we'll begin with 4 villagers and just see if we can naturally bring this thing through the ranks and just develop it from there. So as I say, kill the shulkers, get the start going, and we'll see where things go from there. Okay guys, so we got this funny little village started here in this weirdly shaped end city. We've got a pathway that leads along the front, and the front entrance has been slightly altered just to include some doors so that the villagers can go in and out with a bit of safety. Then the pathway leads down to a small farm here. So the initial villagers we are going to bring in as farmers, so they can start growing crops and breeding and that kind of stuff. Let's just pop another carrot in there. I missed that spot. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we'll just sort of chug this food down. Hopefully they pick it up and begin to use it to create babies, because that is the goal here. We want to expand this village, and that is going to be the last time that we use the villager spawn egg. So it looks like immediately they're going to create some offspring, which is nice. Let's just hang around for that to happen. Then I'll show you indoors what we did in there. Oh, actually, I've just thought of something. It might not be possible because we haven't actually included any beds yet. So if we grab some purple beds, I think they'll fit the theme nicely here. And go inside. So we've used this flooring, similar to the one that I used in the Let's Play episode yesterday. I quite liked it, so I thought I'd use it again. Let's just pop down these beds pretty much everywhere that we can manage at the moment. So we've got 4 there. That's for all of the villagers that we currently have. Let's go back down to this floor and pop down another 4 if we can handle it. There we go. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. Yeah, so we've got 8 beds in total, so that should be enough room for 8 villagers. Let's see if we've got any babies. We have 1 so far by the looks of things, and not much else. So I'm just going to carry on building, expanding, that type of thing. Let the villagers do what they do, you know, breed, grow their crops, that type of thing. And then we'll think about bringing some jog blocks in as well, so that we can get some villagers of specific professions and that kind of thing. And then I'll just bring you guys back in for periodic updates. But we will keep expanding here, and hopefully the villagers eventually will be able to make their way off into the far reaches of the end city. I don't know if any of them will be able to pathfind that far, but I guess we will soon find out. Okay, welcome back you guys. So some time has passed and things have changed again. You've probably noticed immediately a few things. I'm not sure how many villagers we're roughly sitting at. I think around 12 I just counted. So let me actually start down here in this area. So we constructed a small sort of, I guess these are like tents, right? They sit around a fire. You've got the grindstone, the blast furnace, and the, is this the weapons workbench? I can't actually remember what they call it, but each of these areas will facilitate some kind of weapon, armor, toolsmith, that kind of thing. And I've just situated it outside. I think it looks quite neat. And then, of course, we've got the farm on the left-hand side here. And if we enter through the doors, I've converted the beds into bunk beds that look like this. And I really like this design. Actually, I might use this in Oasis in the LP series. And we got some more up here. So that's a total of, there's 4, 8, 12, 4, 8, 12, 16 beds here, is there? No, 4, 8, 12 on these 2 levels. And then coming upstairs, we got some more bunk beds. You can actually see one of the villagers sleeping in them, which proves that they work. We've got another 16 there, and then a couple more there, another 4 there. So another 20 on this level. And then coming up again, as you guys know, we've got this sort of community area. So we've sectioned it out a bit more now so that they can move around. We've added in these stairs, so there is this underside here, because a couple of them fell down here, so I had to find a way to get them back up here so that they can actually maneuver around the village again. We've got our bell here. I think that's why everybody's gathering. A couple babies wandering around as well, which is good to see. I think that's why everyone's gathering here, right? It's because the bell. So currently this area is still sectioned off. We're not allowing the villagers to travel up there, but they now can travel up in this direction. As you can see, we have got a couple of librarians, which shows you we've got some lecterns hanging around, and the lecterns are just situated in here. I've kind of gone very basic with the design work, but we've got this small library here with 3 lecterns in, so 3 librarian villagers. And then if we come down the stairs and take a left, and excuse all of the endermen that seem to be raiding the base, or the village I should say, and open these doors, we got this small banner crafting area, which has got a couple of looms in it. And that has given us both of the, are these guys, I can't remember what they're called. Let me just see a second what they're called. This is one of them here. Where did he go? He's right there. Oh, the shepherd. They're the shepherd. Okay, the looms are giving the villagers the shepherd job. Okay, so we're gonna keep expanding here and hopefully get a few more members to our village. But things are going okay. The congregation around here is looking quite interesting. We got the armorer, the toolsmith, and the weaponsmith, who's offering a sharpness 2 iron sword with 15 emeralds. I can't really see anyone buying that, especially around here. It's gonna be quite a a desolate area, unfortunately, for these villagers. They might not see any outsiders, but we'll keep working. As I say, I might expand, and I might make the ultimate goal here to filter villagers up to this section so that they can go up into this building and this building. I think that'll be done quite easily if we build some staircases over here in the banner area. But I think that'll be the ultimate goal, to try and get villagers sort of situated up right at the top there, and we'll just see if we can get that done. So we need to find some space in here for a walkway that will allow the villagers to climb. Shouldn't be too difficult. We can tear a few things down if we need to, so let's get to work. The expansion is complete. So we actually managed to get villagers where we wanted them to go, and this was the means through which we did it. So we've got a staircase in here that leads up in this direction, and I've just realized I actually got this part wrong, but they still managed to make their way up here, which is good. And then there's another one of these sort of circular winding staircases that goes up and up and up. And then you come out here. So we've got two ways to go. We can go up in this direction. You can see there's a couple guys hanging around here. One of the fishermen is here, and then we've got the Fletcher down there. So if you come in here, we've got a couple of barrels, a few babies hanging around. We've got this guy as well, Fletcher. But the barrels, of course, allow the villagers to become fishermen. So we got a few fishermen hanging around. And then if we come down these stairs and take a left turn at the junction here, we can head up into this building. And this one is slightly different. So this one is housing the Fletchers. So we've got a few bows, crossbows, arrows, that kind of thing. It's just, as I say, these designs are very simplistic. We're not trying to do too much here, just simulate a village in the end. So now that we've got this far and we've made this much progress, the final thing I want to do is to see whether or not we can actually activate a raid. So before we do that, we want to probably create some defenses. So I'm going to create the defenses, try to get the bad omen effect, and then we will see if that has any sort of bearing on what happens here. Because if you can get raids in the end, that would be quite interesting to watch. So let's see what we can do. Aha, so let me get away for a second so that we can get rid of that sound. But upon giving myself Bad Omen 6, the raid began immediately. You can see the villagers are struggling to... They're probably struggling to find somewhere to go and hide, but they'll be fine there because I've dug a pit of doom here. And as you can see, the raid does spawn in, so this is quite interesting. Let's just sit back and watch this unfold, I guess, and sort of take a look at what the villagers decide to do and what the raiders decide to do. So I'm guessing they're just going to fall straight into the pit, most of them anyway. Yep, there you go. Look, straight into the pit. There's a couple stragglers that have sort of made it around the side there, but they're not doing anything. The villagers are going crazy in there. Look at them. They're just running around, jumping around, trying basically to find somewhere to hide, it looks like. They're in panic mode at the moment. But the pillagers are having a tough time doing anything too damaging to them. And there's one guy that just won't fall in. I think that's him. So let's just take a quick scout around. We should be about to move into level 2 of this thing, I think, once this guy dies. If he is going to. Come on then, dude. Just go down. There you go. Right, is that going to trigger the next level, or is that it over? We're only going to get one level. The bell is going off, but I'm not getting any raid meter. So we'll give it a few seconds and just see what happens. Maybe this is due to me being in creative mode that I'm not getting that. Hold up, let's just... let's do this for now. Get rid of that, because we don't want to hear that bell every single time. But we'll just wait, as I say. And okay, yeah, it looks like the raid is going to progress without me sort of having any effect on it. So I'm going to just sit back here now, and we'll just time-lapse the rest of this and see what happens. So I'll catch you guys after the time-lapse. Ah, the witches. They always need finishing off, don't they? They must apply some sort of potion to themselves to stop themselves from taking damage. So we're going to have to pop in and just deal with them like this. Come on, guys. Let's keep things flowing here. Thank you very much. There we go. And then this final guy. And we can take our position back up in the sky. This time it's the Ravager that's having a few problems, so let's go down and deal with the issue again. I think this might be the final round of the raid though, so once this witch is down and the Ravager plus his companion who is riding him, once they are down, I think it should be done and dusted if I'm thinking correctly. So let's try and chase him round and pop him in. Or we could try using the kill command on him, I suppose, but you need to go this way, dude. That's it, carry on, keep going, keep going, keep going. Or don't. Just let me slay you like this instead. Alright, he's making us take the long route, which is unfortunate, but it won't take too long. Alright, dude, stop it. There you go. There you go. That's it. Just come to the sword. Nice. Is that not the end? I would have thought that was the end. We will stick around, though, and just get this done. And there we go. Apologies for the loud noise that I brought you back in on, but we are the hero of the village. The raid is complete, and we have confirmed that, in fact, yes, you can build a village in the end. Unfortunately, I don't think there is any way to get villagers into this segment of the end, so if you wanted to do this, you'd have to do it in the dragon, what am I trying to say? The dragon battlefield, the dragon arena, where you fight the ender dragon. That is the only place currently available for this to be a reality, I think. So, unfortunately, you'll never be able to come into an end city and turn it into something like this, which is a bit of a shame because this was a fun little experiment to conduct. And I hope you guys had fun looking at me do it and watching me do it and sort of joining in with me with the raid and all that kind of stuff. Because, yeah, as I say, it was fun to do. So if you did like today's video, then reciprocate that with a like down below. That would be much appreciated by myself. If you have any comments, any questions about this, any suggestions for future experiments like this that we could do, because this was really fun. I'd be happy to do more, or anything like that. Any comments in general, just pop those down in the comment section below. That would be greatly appreciated, and I'll be sure to get back to you on that. And finally, if you're new around here or haven't subscribed yet, then be sure to hit that red subscribe button. That will allow you to stay tuned to anything I upload to the channel. I've got a Let's Play series going. I often post tutorials and videos like this as well. So if you're a Minecraft fan, then of course get involved in the channel. It will be good to have you here. So once again, you guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families. I've been Hocus Pocus. This has been Can You Build a Village in the End? The answer is yes, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.